Yeah, you do. I'm doing alright.
You've met Galahad. Why isn't he here himself? This can't be real. Galahad confirms Captain Brendan's death and calls him a traitor to the Keepers. He's named me interim captain. Me? And says he'll make it official on his next visit. His seal is here. It's undeniable. If Galahad believes I'm the one to set things right, I won't argue. Someone has to. But Brandon, a traitor? I can hardly believe it. I'd heard rumors of his dealings with One Eye and his faltering judgment. If he sided with the enemy, then this end was inevitable. Now it's on me to make sure the Keepers don't follow Brandon into ruin. I'll undo the lockdown. The Horns of the South will rise again. Properly. Galahad has promised reinforcements, and I'll see to rebuilding our ranks. Recruitment, training, real purpose. For the first time in years, I have hope. Not just for the Keepers, but for the South itself. Come with me. I have to let the Keepers know.
Brothers of the South, we've lost Brandon, a captain who led with grit and a sharp mind. His absence weighs on us all. But our purpose does not die with him. The Horns of the South are more than one leader, more than one name. We are a legacy, a bond that cannot be broken. We've faced loss, we've faced doubt, but we're still here. The Horns of the South do not falter. We endure. And today, we rise once more. We return to the roots that made us strong, to the traditions that bound us together. The Horns of the South will reclaim their honor, their purpose, and their place in these lands. Our name will mean something again. Galahad has pledged tighter bonds with Camelot. Together, we will stand stronger, and all will know that the South is shielded, its people protected. Remember your oaths. From this day forward, we stand united. With each other, with Camelot, and no threat will scatter us again. The danger from the Dalriada and the bandits has passed, and others will come as they always do. Let them. We will face them as we always have, with courage, with steel, and with unwavering loyalty. The horns of the South do not bow. We do not break. We stand together. Now, let's show the world that we are not just surviving. We are thriving. To the South! To the horns!
I like it when things are quiet.
Quartermaster, finally! About time someone noticed my talents. Vergus can play captain all he likes. I'll be the one deciding who eats, fights, or freezes. Please, state your business. You're my favorite killer. Do you keep bandits' fingers?
Blessing. Finally, some sense returning to the world. Their win is a blessing. For the South and for the Church. Only thing that worries me is young Killian being quartermaster. Let's just hope he knows what he's doing. Certainly. Kai is... May Kai's word always...
Yeah, I know I have a level up. I needed to get rid of the helper first. Right, I forgot that fucking thing was right there.
It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone, even when there was no king left to lead them. Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at our very bones, until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway. We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but still weaving his spells. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow, wearing 1,000 torn banners, moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back.
Hey, Lenny, how you doing? That was rude. That creature over there way in the distance. One of those killed me. Enjoy your shower, Lanny. I appreciate you being here. Okay, new plan.
I'll have your head on a pike.
Your armor won't save you.
Alright, that worked. Got rid of him. I kind of snuck past the things that killed me this time. I more like just walked past and they didn't fuck with me. I'll tell you what, until I'm a little stronger with those guys, if they don't mess with me, I'm not gonna mess with them. Just leave them alone. I don't really need to kill them.
Something's not right.
Ah!
I'm not afraid of you.
Oh. That hurt. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna try to run away from this guy. That worked not at all. Ah, I see. I didn't save after I got up there. Oh no, you don't. Get out of here. Not a big fan of those things, really. They can just fuck off. Fuck right off. Leave me alone. Gonna fuck off now. Yeah, fuck off. Get out of here. Alright. I'm gonna save it here. I'm not dealing with those things again. Those things can fuck right off. I can do without ever seeing them again.
Prepare for battle. I'll teach you to respect me.
Either spell. Equip.
Your armor won't save you. This is just a flesh wound.
before I go anywhere near that guy, I'm gonna save again. After I got those two. Can't. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to leave that guy alone. I don't need whatever he has right now. You can keep it. I'm good. Oh, that's... okay. That's a thing. Poisoned by a tree stump. Shit. Oh, no, no. Wrong button. Please go fuck with them and leave me alone. Yeah, I found that. I found that, that's why. That was after I got attacked by that tree stump. You fucking die. I don't care that you killed my minions. Well, that was not an individual thing, that's a kind of a thing. There's multiple of them around. Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, this area is real friendly. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far. Very much. I am having a lot of fun. Despite getting killed by everything a lot. I actually kind of enjoy the challenge a little bit. I actually kind of... I don't mind it so much. Ah! Yeah, no. First one of those I ran into surprised the hell out of me. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know the fucking thing was gonna attack me. Fucking thing. I think it jumped me from behind this weird stump. Yeah, I think that Poison Knight was back there behind that stump. I was attacking the weird stump because it has stuff and I was trying to get that stuff and then there was a knight. Yeah, even though I get killed a lot, I'm still enjoying it. I need to go way over there. Because I kinda went the wrong way. Okay, these are not your average drowners. These are actually really tough drowners. It's all queen, right? Also, fuck those drowners. They died. Yeah, I got them. Yeah, those were not normal. Those were not the drowners I'm used to dealing. Those were not my normal drowners. Let's put all this heavy shit in here. Stash that heavy stuff. I'm carrying a bunch of heavy shit around with me. Actually, just gonna stash everything. Make us off from the stash. Don't have to carry a bunch of extra stuff around with me. Now I can level up. I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And I'm deciding at the moment where I want to put my points. Alright, having more summons available, that's good. Oh, now, excuse me, now I can have 4. The limit was 3 before, now I can have 4. I just upgraded so I can have an extra one. Yeah, that was definitely good. I'll make sure I do everything I needed to. No, I don't want to mess with those. I don't want to mess with those if I don't have to. No, in fact, I will actually try to avoid that. Oh, there's several of them over there. No, thank you. I can just go around. I don't need to go there. Not right now. Okay, so the only thing I can kill around here apparently is weird stumps and drowners. Yeah, the little brown marker on my compass is my quest objective. The little marker on my compass is my quest objective. That's telling me where I'm going. And this guy, and this thing is also a place where I need to go. But I'm not gonna go to that right now. Wait a minute. I wonder if I'm going the hard way. I might be, but well, more exploring, I guess. Guess I'm going on a long walk. But... oh, I have a little marker on my compass that I'm following. I'm trying to anyway. I'm also trying to avoid things that are gonna kill me real quick. Which is just about everything around here. Yep, level 23 now. Actually, last time I rested at the campfire, so probably like 5 minutes ago-ish. Getting a good amount of it. Been getting a good amount of experience in this area too. That's the other nice thing about everything being tough.
Greetings, traveler. We don't have much, but the Prophet has blessed us with the fire of this hearth, so that we may warm ourselves. And
I think I leveled up like a couple times on yesterday's
We're
stream.
here to offer that as well. The strength granted by the word is invaluable in these dark, dark times. May the grace of the word fall upon you, for the word is the path. If your path leads through thorns, listen to the word, for it will give you strength. And may those thorns guide you to the stars. Beautifully said, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to those guys in a minute. I'll try to talk to these guys again. They talked to me in the first place.
Wanderer, I am listening.
I think I kind of snuck up on them.
As I mentioned before, we don't have much.
You don't have much. What you do have is useful. Yeah, it sounds like Tifa's been keeping busy. Hopefully she had a good stream. Now she was streaming while Dorana was streaming, and I was watching Dorana and playing another game at the same time. I know I can't afford that. I don't have money.
Even blessings should be come back. Be careful.
Well, hopefully it marks those guys on my map too. Well, the Druidic Shrine are right by them, but I'd have to actually remember that. Yeah, Tifa's usually up before I am quite a bit. And today I actually slept a little bit later than usual. I like to give streamers my full attention when I watch them. I like to actually be there and interact. Just that kind of thing. If I wanna hang out with them, chat and talk in chat, and pay attention to what it is they're doing and what such.
It's a pleasure to see you. Greetings in the.
I know that for me it's fun.
As I mentioned,
Because I know that it's fun for me when people do that. People actually hang out and are interested in what I'm doing and talk to me about what I'm doing and pay attention to what I'm doing and just interact with me. It's nice. I'm gonna spell that one. I actually don't need two of that. So, what do I? Okay, in my inventory it says I go. Okay. Don't need two of those. Yeah, that's alright though. I like the lurkers too. They come and see. They come watch me. I know a lot of times this Q is lurking because he's at work.
farewell.
Okay, I'm not gonna wander off and go do random stuff in this area, because everything in this area is really unfriendly. When people want to come by and just watch and not talk, that's okay. I don't mind that. But it's more fun if I can hang out with people. I know, like, sometimes people watch me at work and stuff like that because I stream during the day, which is most people's work time. Yeah, I get that's how it is. I think he mentioned that it was his mom's birthday recently. My memory is kind of crap, so I don't remember a lot of things real well. Okay. I think I need to go down and around. Again. Okay. Okay, go back around this cliff side. I was figuring out what I was doing, what I'm doing. Oh, fuck, I don't want to play with that. Didn't much appreciate the last one of those I fought. I guess it was more of a matter of I didn't want to get jumped by it. Okay, who summoned the knights? Who brought the friends? Who invited them, guys? I don't poison when I see it. I'm not getting in the middle of that. Oh, get it. Kill that ugly son of a bitch. Okay, I can deal with those things, as long as there's nothing else with them. Not dealing with you. Oh shit. Yeah, that thing I just killed was one of those variety of things that killed me when I got here. Alright, there were two of them. Where's the other one? I guess that's not really important right at the moment. Oh, there he is. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? How'd you can make it? Those Poison Knights, there's lots of them and they drop a lot of loot. Alright, I think that's them all now. Alright, I made a bunch of stuff. Made some new potions and such. I just realized also I hadn't saved in a while. Alright, come here, minions. Probably gonna need you guys again. Oh, I can have 4 minions, which is nice. That is a wolf. Deal with that. Wolves are easy. Okay. So that was the other one. I also lose the second one. Okay. So I did get to loot both of those guys. I know I saw somebody up here. Yeah, there was a pair of somebody's up here. Oh good, they're not hostile. I don't really need to have another fight right now. Not hostile, but they won't talk to me either. Okay. Oh, whatever. Gonna help myself to your stuff if you don't mind. Okay, so those guys are actually friendly. That's nice. Well, they're not hostile anyway. And they shared their campfire with me. Ah, no, no, no. What's with the poison knights everywhere? What's with them randomly spawning in everywhere? I don't know where those guys keep coming from. Well, that reminds me, I have stuff to go look at in the other area. That particular poison knight may have come from over here. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm bad. Oh, okay. That's what went on over there. You know. There was one of those around. Hey Tifa, glad you can make it. How you doing? That sounds like a good lunch, honey. You was waking up. I feel that. I got to the second area and it's been a thing. I almost leveled up again. What? Yeah, okay, I don't really need breadcrumbs for completed quests. I think I know that I completed those. That's good, you got some more rest. I heal up there real quick. Might go to the mall later. That sounds like fun. Oh, not load. I'm gonna be right back in just a minute. I need the restroom. That sounds really good, honey. Which is always just as well, because there's an ogre on the other side, and I don't want to play with that. Those things were enough fun in the other area, and everything seems tougher here. Like drowners, in the first area they're like nothing. But up here, holy crap, those things hurt. Alright, Tifa, I'm ready. Yeah, the ogres hurt. Those things hurt regardless. The drowners hurt. Yes, please. The drowners don't. Like down in the first area, those things don't hurt. And thanks, Tifa. Big hug for you too. And one for you too, Lonnie. Big hugs for both of you. Me too, Lonnie. I like hugs. That is an upgraded corpse eater. That was tougher than the ones down in the first area. He definitely got messed up though. My minions weren't having any of that. I don't know what that is. Blood sting. That sucks. Blood sting is two-handed. Okay. Yeah, I got this sword from a boss actually earlier in the game. I just got new gloves.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, uh-oh. Where are you? Really? There were some people who were much closer. Wrong one. Have me.
I've had worse. It's but a scratch.
Ow. A slap on a minion. What are you chasing? You're chasing the deer. Well, you guys have a good time with that.
You're no match for our man.
Damn. Fucker was tough. I guess it was a good thing my minions went after the his would-be backup first. Then we just had to deal with him. I smited him eventually. Important part is that I won. I need to rest. Heal that up because I'm freaking. I'm overweight again. I actually don't need a bow like at all. If I need it, I'll pick it up out of my stash. I'll keep one of the bows in my stash. Some arrow. For right now, I'm just going to get rid of everything. The inventory, because I'm definitely overweight. Dash on that. Wrong one. I can have up to 5 at a time. Hey, Stu, glad you can make it. How you doing? Oh, just those by themselves as oatmeal. Nice. Good to see you, Stu. Yeah, but I leveled up now. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure I got them all. Made everything I can. I appreciate it. I had a pretty decent fight with the knight that's over here. Yeah, those are corpses. There's also a fast travel point around here that I just unlocked, so that's nice. New fast travel. I think I actually really did take the long way around. Guess I need to cross bridge and go over this way. Got it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did take the long way around, and probably the tougher way around too. It seems like over this way the enemies are a little bit more reasonable. For what I can actually take at my level.
Don't even say that. Someone comes, lights the men here, and then dies on our watch? The people would be at my door with pitchforks.
Yep, story stuff happening.
She's waking up. Welcome back to the land of the living, our hero.
Help her up, Ansem. Welcome to my home. Quite a scene unfolded at the men here, with you at the heart of it. I can't decide if I'm more delighted or surprised. What was it that made the men here react to you? I see. You have a habit of not taking things seriously, don't you? But this is no trivial matter, so I demand respect. Come now, you must have a theory.
Apparently he's very politely telling me he didn't believe me even though I told him the truth.
The local men here have been rather lifeless for quite some time. Then you come along, breathe life into what was dead, and, whether you meant to or not, alter the course of our history. That's how I see it anyway. Tell me, do you know what this menhir represents? Is that so? That would be quite the discovery. The people of Avalon still believe the legend, that Merlin, under King Arthur's command, raised the menhirs to protect us from the mist that spawns monsters. But none of this matters in our current situation. Here, the menhir represents something more. For some, it's a symbol of freedom and independence. Strength, if you will. It shows that the people of Quanacht, my subjects, can face any challenge, even at the world's end. And for others, like our guest from Camelot, whom I'm sure you've seen, it's a symbol of power. Power once granted by King Arthur, and therefore by Camelot. And power that has been granted can be taken away. I'm well aware. And now we're also facing an outbreak of the Red Death, which will no doubt influence Camelot's decision on whether to offer my people shelter. But with the menhir reignited, the people of Quanacht will be even less willing to give up and go to Camelot. If anything, I expect rebellion to break out, and bloodshed is something neither we nor the capital want. Officially, they say they want to gather all the menhirs scattered across Avalon, set them around Camelot, and bring people there to ensure their safety. That is, if they can figure out how to restore the power of the menhirs. I don't think we know each other well enough to speak on unofficial terms. I don't know, to be honest. It's not something I could admit publicly, but I feel both sides have a point. I understand the people who don't want to abandon their homeland, and I understand the knights who must face a long-lost terror and find a solution to an impossible problem. Believe me, being a lord in times like these is a heavy burden. I want you to speak with Dinho and try to calm him down. He's the commander of Camelot's forces stationed in Connacht, and as you probably imagine, your presence here didn't exactly make his job easier. With the men here active again, everything could change. Palomiti's shield, you say? An unusual request. That shield rests beneath the men here, and legend has it that it used to fuel its power for centuries. I don't mind if you look at it, touch it, whatever you need. Just don't take it. It's a treasured relic, and the people of Connacht are quite attached to it. And you're probably just as attached to your head, which you'll lose if we catch you trying to steal the shield. If you need anything, speak to Ansem. He's the one who decides what's worth my time.
Made you into the bed. I see how you're being all lazy and it makes you getting made into the bed.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
Yeah, I need to level up. Okay, so stuff. I did think. Okay, shield.
I didn't mean to be a bother. I'm really sorry. Oh, I promise I won't bother you again.
You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, please say no. I've had my fill of that topic for a lifetime. Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. Like treasure hunting, for instance. You got a look about you. I bet you've been to some dangerous places, haven't you? I'm Bonksy, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets to sell from my last expedition. Want to take a look? Oh, all different kinds. Like the ones where you crawl through damp caves or cold tombs, dodge traps, and hope whatever's growling in the dark isn't hungry. Really? Oh, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, maybe I am, but I manage just fine. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything else. If I had to stay in one place, I'd die of boredom. Oh, I just take old, forgotten trinkets. They're no use for the dead anyway. It's not robbery if nobody's around to miss them. Think of it as giving treasures a second chance to shine. Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just passing through. From what I understand, Camelot wants to move it to their place along with the inhabitants, but they prefer to stay. They want to live in one place their whole lives. Can you imagine that? A trip to the caves by the bay in the south. The bandits set up a camp there, so I decided to go after their loot. After all, stealing from a thief isn't a crime, right? They were drunk, so I thought I could sneak in and grab the treasure without any trouble. But I guess I underestimated them. They caught on and started chasing me. 4 or 5 of them, I think. I made it to the exit, and then there was a giant ogre on the beach. I barely managed to slip past it, and the bandits backed off. Maybe so. But what do I need sense for when it comes to killing grindylows and hunting treasure? Luck is much more useful. Slowly but surely. In Connacht, fewer people than I expected are looking for artifacts, potion ingredients, or adventuring gear, so I'm counting on travellers. Like you. You must be interested in unique enchanted items, right? Oh, of course you are. I've got something, well, peculiar, but it comes with a fascinating story. It's a piece of armour I found on one of my expeditions. A beautiful knightly breastplate with just one tiny flaw. It screams in pain when it's struck. It's kind of funny, but I'm afraid not many people have the sense of humour to wear it. I'll let it go for a mere 200 coins. All right, deal. I just want to get rid of this gear and hit the road. Oh, one more thing. This armour came with a letter. I found both in the ancestral tomb of the Gévaudan family. Oh, I'm a little jealous, to be honest. This sounds like the beginning of an exciting adventure. I chased the trail myself, but first, I need to sell off my finds so I can travel light. With a full coin purse, of course. Good to see you.
Yeah, that. Alrighty.
You doing okay? Welcome! I haven't seen you around before, but since you decided to visit, I can tell that you have excellent taste. One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, you have excellent taste. She was tickled pink and said, oh, do you really think so? And I said, absolutely. After all, you came to me for advice. Now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you're in need of a bow or some arrows, I'm here to explain everything and offer you some advice. No. Good advice is always handy, especially when it comes from someone experienced. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert. I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do. Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Connacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us. If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the watch, got married, and, well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now. About Connacht, what do you want to know? There's not much to say. They told us the men here's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it, but the way they're handling it, they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of the Camelot troops, we'd have been done in 3 days. He's a good man, but that woman of his, oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Yvain nearly lost his life trying to save her. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. It's a shame about the mansion, though. I was born here, and I've been shooting a bow ever since I was a wee lad. Even as a nipper, I had better aim than boys 5 years older than me. Around 81 or 82, I remember being allowed to practice with the adults, even though I was only 14 or so. One time, our master, we called him Uncle, gathered us in a meadow. He said, lads, we're going to have a contest. Whoever shoots the farthest gets a honeyed apple and a beer from me. They were shooting and shooting, but I just took one glance, aimed, and whoosh. My arrow flew half again as far as their farthest shot. 300 meters, easily. So they turned to me and went, come on, Osmond, we can't compete with you. You always win. Osmond, you always win. That's what they said. I could have joined Camelot's army. With my aim, they would have made me one of the royal archers. But leaving was tough, especially since the girls here love to watch me shoot. They'd squeal with delight every time. And in Camelot, during a war, who knows what might have happened, so I decided to stay in Connacht and join the watch. In the watch, I taught others to shoot. Some of them loved those lessons so much they kept practicing even after sunset. So I'd ask them, what are you doing here? You can't even see the target.
Yeah, he also likes to talk a lot. Usually, mostly about himself.
Short, and we're really excited about archery. I kept participating in tournaments. People often bet against me, claiming I couldn't hit a bird in flight or a birch as thin as 2 fingers. I usually came out on top, earning a decent amount of money. But somehow it all just vanished over time. Then I quit the watch and began trading in top quality bows and arrows. That's all there is to know about me. Oh, and I have an adult daughter, but I'm not sure if she's still around. She left Connacht and we lost touch. Gossip is for women and innkeepers. You should see Morag for that. She's both. She's a good one. About 3 years ago, I helped her fix her roof because her husband had died, and there was no one else to do it. She still mentions it. Osmond, you fixed that roof better than any roofer could. She tells me that every time she sees me. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot. Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense, a head for negotiation, and a touch of military experience. Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs, and I'd rather not leave my stall unattended. I'll give you a few coins for your trouble. Brilliant! Here you go, just don't lose it. I've only got the one copy, and I've no mind to write it all out again. Hello, come. I envy you.
Sure, I'll deliver it. I'll deliver his message for him that he wants me to deliver.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to set up my things. Normally I'd be in a tavern, but, well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. That means Varel's bookshop is the only place where I can read and work in peace. Oh, of course, my apologies. I'm Imran. My thoughts tend to drift far from the present. I'm a scholar of sorts, though not the kind that hides behind walls of parchment. My calling is to seek out traces of what was lost. Ruins, relics, anything older than old. And yes, I'm a Pict. Not many of us wander these lands, I know. Staying in one place isn't exactly in my nature. So I travel, I learn, I dig through the bones of the world hoping to find something more ancient than mankind.
He seems pleasant.
I once heard a legend of a mysterious chapel that appears only to those it chooses. Many adventurers have gone to seek it, but I've never heard of anyone returning to tell the tale. Some say it holds a sacred spring that cures all ailments. Others say it is a passage to the very bottom of the sea, the domain of the Lord of the Seas himself. But I've never found any proof of either claim. If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer. Trust me, I could talk the hind leg off a donkey. No need to waste time on such things. Wow, that's really kind of you. So, thanks to Varel's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book. Now it's just a pile of loose pages. However, these are some truly fascinating loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But what's even more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests? I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar to us, long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there. Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. Or perhaps they simply had a nomadic spirit. It's hard to say with the scraps of information I've managed to gather so far. And so, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that wouldn't leave me alone. Many Picts I've known have prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange force. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the possibilities would be endless. It could change everything. But now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I'm stuck here for the time being. I got injured on my way to Connacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet. Oh, don't worry about that, really. It's more of a, let's call it an occupational hazard rather than an actual ailment. I have to give myself some time and everything will settle back into place. I'll be as fit as a fiddle, or whatever it is you say here. Yes, something like that.
Yeah, like I said, he seems very pleasant.
The Grotto of First Men. That tribal scribe detailed where it should be located. And I'm assuming you're asking for a reason, aren't you? I'd love to go there myself, but this is a matter of some importance to me. I don't want to wait for this one. So, if you're one of those bold souls who take such ventures, I'd be more than willing to entrust this task to you. Truly excellent. I'm deeply obliged, my friend. Here are the notes. They should guide you to the location. Return swiftly, and more importantly, safely. I'll eagerly be awaiting your return. I heard she was a Dalariata who runs a bookshop in Connacht. I was a bit apprehensive about meeting her. I thought I'd find someone overly rattled and stripped of her own cultural heritage. But Varel, she's different. And I admire her work that she even bothers to do it. Sometimes, it feels like people have lost all interest in discovery, whether it's the kind found in verses or the kind waiting out there in the wide world. The place seems to attract trouble. Not a good place, then. I'd run out of breath listing all the things that plague this place. And I haven't even been here that long. Of all the misfortunes these poor people are facing, I'd wager the men here is the gravest of them. The Red Death, troubling as it is, seems manageable, at least with the intervention of the priests. But the weirdness, shoot. If the men here goes out, these people will face a far greater peril than any sickness or human form of conflict. Safe travels, kind fellow.
Welcome to Varel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start. Aye. Look, I don't begrudge anybody their reading habits. Each to their own. But some things should be kept private. Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. I'm pretty sure I've heard them all. Perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people would accept it with more grace. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes me feel like I've never left the training grounds. Then there are the
Hey, don't know.
ones
Glad
who
you can
tell
make
me
it.
I'm not
How you doing?
welcome here. Hell, it's just like talking to my sister. They all have more in common than they think, although mostly it's just prejudice. Eh? They're no bad. I know it might sound like I was some poor, misunderstood girl with unusual interests, but that wasn't the case. I was a rightful member of the tribe, and believe me, I didn't get my name for nothing. My father made sure of it. I just wasn't my sister. Funnily enough, she was the one who saw it as a problem. Vran believed that my lack of ambition to be the top Volker warrior somehow made her look bad. Every time I went to the temple to read in peace, she was on my ass about it. Until one day, she yelled at me to either step up or get the hell out of her tribe. You can guess the rest.
A little stressful, but at least you're having fun with it. I'm glad to hear you're doing good.
Oh, great. How's she doing? Still on her path to becoming the pinnacle of tribal perfection? Huh. Of course she did. It doesn't surprise me that she decided to join a fanatic. Though it is amusing that she chose one capable of using compound sentences. She never believed in the power of words. But perhaps that's exactly why she ended up following a man who fed her beautiful lies. I am no sure. When they decide to kick you out and take your name, they make a whole ceremony of it. But I left pretty much the moment my sister stopped yelling. You don't have to be there for it though. Vran might have been pissed off enough to go through with it. So, maybe. I don't really care. I'm not going to stop using my name just because my little sister told me to. This shop belonged to my late husband. We met on the road. I was a mercenary hired to protect the caravan. He was a fine older gentleman, fascinated with a Del Rita lass who shared his love for books. It was a lethal combination for my poor heart. We didn't get near enough years together, but we were happy. We didn't have much family left, and they couldn't care less about this place, so he left it all to me. Well, I can't just take the shop and hitch it to a cart, can I? Although I suppose that might be more or less what I need today. I didn't hate living here, you know. It was fine when my husband was still alive. I even thought people were starting to warm up to me. And then he died, and the respect died with him. And then Camelot arrived. Everything just went downhill for there.
Lost one cannot hear you. She walks again the paths she forsook, wading through familiar darkness. Well met, my friend. Strange to see you beneath these noisy skies. I find I much prefer the quiet depths of the sea. There is a place in the depths that calls you. A domain both mine and not mine, lingering on the seabed for centuries. I have a certain fondness for it. I once helped it grow, yet from the beginning, it has been stagnant. Its beginning was your doing, Arthur. Now that you have returned, help it move at last. It calls itself the Sanctuary of Saras. That is a name you should remember, my friend. After all, you would not be here without it. By descending into the coldest depths of the sea. How else? Do not fear. You will not drown. I will not permit it. But there, my part ends. What follows is yours to shape. I trust you will not keep me waiting too long, my friend.
Skulle forføre her i vurtatet was have around most of the night go you so ya.
It happens. Sometimes you get frustrated because you can't figure it out. Is that the boss of the entire game, or just a boss you were having trouble with?
Nice to see you.
This is my shield, but there's no part of my soul inside. We need to look somewhere else. But I can feel the missing part. Close. Maybe it's the men here. Maybe it needs something from us.
Hey, Critter. Glad you can make it. Yeah, I've been having a pretty good stream today, thank you. Although I am actually getting close to ending it soon here.
Oh, hello there.
I have no idea. The Menhirs were Merlin and Nimue's domain. I was mostly just relieved they worked. Although I've always felt an odd sense of familiarity with them. I think they reacted to the power we now wield. The Four-Dweller element within us. But what and how?
Yeah, sorry,
beyond even my well. You were unconscious for a while.
Thank you, Tifa.
I'm not inside your mind. I can watch, and sometimes I can help, but nothing more than that. Your feelings, your pain, they're yours alone. I cannot take them from you, nor shield you from them. Throughout my life, I've rarely been idle. This helplessness feels unsettling at times. Good. That's good. You're admirably resilient. You remind me of some of my knights. The ones who helped me to build Avalon. Never surrendering, never backing down. We may not have chosen each other's company, but I'm glad it's you I ended up traveling with. Well, the apple has fallen far from the tree. I don't see the air of Palamedes in him. His ancestor was a ruler devoted to his people. He was even capable of defying me when the situation called for it. I always respected him for that. And Yvain, I see a man trying to please everyone. That is the gravest sin a leader can commit.
I apparently had some drop frames for a minute there.
But they must be made. I see that the current lord is trying
My connection kind of went
that
poopy for a minute there.
And I fear it's his people who will suffer most because of his indecision. I know much time has passed.
I saw the
I just hope
connection, the
bloodline
quality of the
wasn't
connection was crap. I know BS. So
carelessness of one
probably
of the
something with
days
YouTube
of
servers,
others.
more than likely. I really don't like that when it happens. Anyway, okay. So, all that stuff. 7 things done. I need to do that. Alright, cool. I got a bunch of stuff to do. Did set a mount there. Set another mount there. I did that. Alright. Anyway.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you get some random frame drops in there, John. Yeah, I noticed a little bit when I was playing it too. But I think that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done that already. Feel free to check out my link that's still in the description below. Thank you so much for being here, I really appreciate it. Hope you all had fun. Hope you all have a good one, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye. No worries. I'll see y'all next time.